guitarist. I'm impressed as hell, man. He was, I mean, in those 15 seconds, I don't think it was that long, right? It was like maybe 15 seconds or so, 20 tops, that he's just doing this crazy solo, but it was so good. How the hell did he do that? I'm serious now. I mean, how the hell did he like play guitar that well while he's like all over the place? Because he was moving, he didn't stop. Like when he played that, he was still kind of like, all over the place, and in the meantime, I'm hearing this amazing like notes, licks, just flying out of his guitar. I don't know how he did it. So yeah, hats off to the lead guitarist.
It's showtime, folks.
Everyone, and welcome to another episode of Into the Music. My name is Greg. I'm going to react to a song by a group that Chris, when he was on this channel, former partner of mine, still a really good friend. Hey, Chris, what's happening, man? I know he's watching all these reactions, every single one of them. So Chris and I reacted to a song by The Damned, and the song was Ignite. So it's been a really long time, and I think it's time to react to another one of theirs. What do you think? So I want to go back really early in the early days with them, 1977. I think they formed in 76, if I remember correctly. So 77 was a big year for them. They were a punk rock band that I think they sort of moved into gothic type of sound as they went through the 80s. I think Ignite was on... it's kind of in the middle of the road. I don't think it was really a gothic type of sound, but I don't think it was really a real kind of punk rock sound too. So I want to kind of get into that a little bit with them now. So neat. I pulled a live version. Some of the audio versions, the only audio versions were from the actual band website, the YouTube site. And I'm afraid I'm going to get blocked. So I got this really cool live version. I hope the sound is really good enough, but we'll see. I checked out like the first 25 seconds. It's a really short song, so I couldn't go that deep in. So so I'm really excited to listen to the whole entire song. Neat by The Damned.
Come Jonathan, stand by The Damned with neat. Cue the music, cue them. Take two.
Guy who's dressed up to reflect The Damned, right? He's dressed as Dracula. He looks pretty good. No one else is dressed like that. That's interesting. This is cool. Drumming. Oh man. Wow. I mean, this is definitely punk, but there's a rock element to this too. I mean, he just played the shit out of that guitar. I mean, you could do that in a punk song, but I don't know. There's a real kind of beat. Punk can just be all over the place. Wow, this is great. How long is, it's so short. Ah.
Stand by Lisa with How Much Love. Cue him.
Yeah, that was really fun. I mean, seeing that guitarist just run around all over the place. Well, he's not running, but I mean, he's spazzing. He's got like ants in his pants, whatever. He's like all over the place. He falls down, smashes down onto the stage. When that happened, I think the girls, you hear like the audience go screaming, crazy screaming. So that was kind of interesting. The lead singer is kind of like scoping out the whole entire stage. It's almost like the way he's kind of his head turns. He's looking at the bassist, almost looking at the guitarist, almost, and then kind of like someone's tapping him on the shoulder. What? I don't know. It's just kind of just really interesting how their stage presence, man. That was just cool. They just let it all out. I don't think they really choreographed anything. I think it was just energy, just off the charts. I mean, that's what the band was back then, right? I mean, it was just this punk, forcible sound, energy. It was just right there on that stage. I mean, that song was really cool. I was questioning. I mean, of course, it's a punk song, but actually, it's a compliment, because I love rock, and I was really enjoying that. I mean, it's a punk song, and the force and the energy, and but there was a rock element. There was a little bit of structure to it. I mean, I guess I always associate. Maybe I'm wrong with this. With punk, it's unbridled. It's kind of just just flying all over the place, and you got that in that stage performance. And the force of the music, right? That rhythm was just, I mean, it was just right in your face. But there was other, yeah. And the guitarist, I'm impressed as hell, man. He was, I mean, in those 15 seconds, I don't think it was that long, right? It was like maybe 15 seconds or so, 20 tops, that he's just doing this crazy solo, but it's so good. How the hell did he do that? I'm serious now. I mean, how the hell did he like play guitar that well while he's like all over the place? Because he was moving, he didn't stop. Like when he played that, he was still kind of like, all over the place, and in the meantime, I'm hearing this amazing like notes, licks, just it's just flying out of his guitar. I don't know how he did it. So yeah, hats off to the lead guitarist. Yeah, the whole the bass, that again, the rhythm section, the bass and the drums, just it was just like, just wouldn't stop. But it was fun. Yeah. And I mean, he did look like Dracula, right? I mean, was that the intent? I mean, nobody else. Now, that was in the early days. Did the rest of them kind of dress up? Yeah, I'm just curious about that. But yeah, it's cool. So I'm really glad that I actually got into early part of the Damned, right? Their career. And so I think they've been around for a long time, right? I don't know if they're around now, but let me see. Sorry about that. So I got some information pulled up on the band. And so the Damned, English rock band formed in London in 1976. Okay, I was right on that. Lead vocalist Dave Vanian, guitarist Brian James. Is that the Brian James who was flying around that stage all over the place? Bassist and later guitarist Captain Sensible. Okay, I think I remember his name when we did the song Ignite. And drummer Rat Scabies. Rat Scabies. They were the first. So this is wiki here. They were the first punk rock band from the United Kingdom to release a single, New Rose. That was 76, and then released an album, Damn Damn Damned, in 1977. I think this song is off that debut album, which is interesting. Neat, off of Damn Damn Damned. And they toured the United States. Wow. They have 9 singles that charted on the UK singles chart, top 40. Successful. They broke up briefly after Music for Pleasure in 1977, because that was their second album, right? It was critically dismissed. Then they quickly reformed without Brian James. Okay. And released Machine Gun Etiquette in 79. And then in the 80s, they released 4 studio albums. And that was through 1986. And where the band moved towards a gothic rock style. Okay, right. Okay. And that's kind of it. I mean, there's a lot more information here, but I'm not going to go through all that. So I got the lyrics pulled up. Might as well just go for it. And somebody actually contributed on genius.com, the lyric website I use a lot. And this guy says the song gained an increase in popularity when filmmaker Edgar Wright used the song to soundtrack a chase sequence that was in the movie Baby Driver. That was 2017. Baby Driver. Do I know that movie? It's not ringing a bell. Do you guys know that movie? All right, here we go. So the lyrics, just curious. The intro, woo. It actually says woo. All right, verse 1. Be a man. Can a mystery man be a doll? Be a baby doll. It can't be fun, not anyway. It can't be found, no way at all. A distant man can't sympathize. He can't uphold his distant laws. Due to form on that today, I got a feeling, then I hear this call. And I said, neat, neat, neat. She can't afford a cannon. Neat, neat, neat. She can't afford a gun. Neat, neat, neat. She can't afford a cannon. Neat, neat, neat. She ain't got no name to call. And then repeats neat 3 more times. No crime, verse 2. No crime if there ain't no law. No more cops left to mess you around. No more dreams and mystery chords. No more sight to bring you down. I got a thought in my mind. My mind's on when she falls asleep, feeling fine in her restless time. Then these words upon me creep. And then it repeats the chorus. And the instrumental, which was really, really cool. And I would imagine that that live version wasn't too far from the studio. Be a man, verse 3, be a man. Can a mystery man be a doll, like a baby doll? It can't be fun, not anyway. It can't be found, no way at all. A distant man can't sympathize, can't uphold his distant laws. Due to form on that today, I got a feeling, then I hear that call. And repeats the chorus. Neat, neat, neat. And that's it. I don't have a clue as to what the song means. Interesting lines, but if anyone knows the meaning, if there really is a meaning, please let me know. Put that in the comments. And in the meantime, really hope you enjoyed this. I know that when we did Ignite, we got a lot of comments. I think Ignite, it was the first time we heard of the Damned. Believe it or not, yes. Yeah, because I get this with the Jam and other groups too. I get it that the Damned was huge in the UK, for so many years. The Charlatans and Stereophonics. I mean, I go right down the line, and it's like, you guys don't know these bands. It's like, I mean, the record companies, I did my best to kind of like, listen to stuff back in the 90s and stuff like that. In the 80s, that was the college radio stations that mainstream media wasn't playing. So they might have played the Damned, but it wasn't ringing a bell. So when we listened to Ignite, it was kind of new and different for us. And we got some interesting comments on that. But I always meant to, after that reaction, like I wanted to really go back to the Damned and get into the punk, I just had this feeling that this band really had a wealth of material, and it was, it warranted really kind of checking them out and diving into them. So I have another song that I'm going to listen to. It's called Grimly Fiendish. And I think that song is from the mid 80s. So yeah, I'm curious if, I think around that time, their sound was changing. So we'll see what that brings me. But yeah, in the meantime, I really hope everyone enjoyed this. Put comments below, and I'll see every one of you on the next episode on that next Damned reaction, right? On Into the Music.